Hello, welcome back. Today we are doing positional sparring. This is an intro to MMA class, and we are using jiu-jitsu to get out of bottom positions. So the goal here, the person on bottom, is to stand up. Here he's driving into my legs, loading himself onto my legs, and here's a Tomoe Nage, which, if you want to get out of a bottom position, reversing the position by getting on top is one way to do that. Here, I'm starting in top position in the top of half guard. So his goal is to get up, which is to escape the bottom position, which is excellent for both MMA and self-defense. So here he is getting his upper torso up, and we're out of frame. There's only so much I can do. So we get back into frame. And the key thing is to either get a sweep or to do a technical stand-up. So the most important thing to remember is to keep that top frame and to get to an open guard and then do a technical stand-up. Here we're flirting with the sweep again. I'm just seeing if he'll let me get by, and he tries to get past my leg, and I post on his neck in order to do a technical stand-up to get out from under the bottom of half guard. That I use this, the post on the neck is called like a murder choke, and it's really useful, especially to get up from under larger people. Here I'm using the Dagistani handcuff in order to collapse his upper body. The Dagistani handcuff is excellent if you're on the top of half guard and they're beginning to build themselves up with that bottom arm. You basically take the post out from them, and that helps to keep them on the ground. And I try to drag him back into frame. Here, what would be really helpful is if he were to put a frame into my neck. And here we have a minute left. I'm like, get up, get up, get up. Because sometimes, there is such a thing as learned helplessness. Like, especially in the beginning, if you're always getting smashed, it's important to realize that you can escape. Because sometimes the brain likes to think things are final when they're not. So I'm grabbing the back of his head to see if we can do another Tomoe Nage, but he's getting smarter to that, and he ends up giving me his arm. So now, the omoplata entry is right there. So he does do a good job of spinning out. He has a circular movement, it's kind of like the basic, like a movement that's very much seen in wrestling. It's super useful to be able to spin like that. All right, so do you see this Dagestani handcuff? He's trying to get up to do a technical stand-up to get out from under me. However, the Dagestani handcuff is extremely useful to break that down. And you'll notice, even though this is MMA, we're not throwing any strikes right now, because at this point, ground and pound would actually help them get up, because if you're not controlling with your arms and you're striking, then you're actually adding motivation for them to stand up, and you're not using your arms to control them. So do you see how that bottom arm was collapsed? It's basically like taking out the kickstand as they're trying to build themselves up. Oh, I thought he was going to do a frame. And here I'm using the right leg to keep the leg stapled down. Put some weight on it. Yep. He's doing a good job. Yes, that was good. One principle to keep in mind anytime you're in a scramble is the higher head always wins. So you can get a higher head by either shoving their head down or by getting up. That was really good. Yeah, so specifically for MMA, it's really important to, unless it depends, but in an overall general principle, when you're on the bottom, being on the bottom really sucks, especially when there are strikes involved and you're getting punched in the face while you're on the bottom. There are attacks from the bottom, but it's good to look at that like an airbag, right? To use it if you're in an emergency and it's right there, but you don't want to deploy the airbag every single time you're at like a stop sign. So that's basically the general principle there.
Find happiness. That's the only place you find happiness. Murdered my ego when you walked away. It hurt my ego when you walked away. Gave you my all that couldn't make you stay. Murdered my ego when you walked away. Ego death is where you find happiness. That's the only place you find happiness. Hold on, this train going by. A lot of people be thinking, but I'm just a sayer. Artists can't perform a Super Bowl, but it's okay for the players. All these halfway movements need a whole lot of improvement. Everybody wanna talk, everybody wanna type, ain't nobody finna do shh. And everybody throwing dirt. All that talk won't work. All that talk don't work. Now who you think you talking to, nerd? Way to get worse. Way to been bad. Showing up to the Grammys mad. Trying to win something we already had. Trying to become something we already are. Don't make me go watch the far. Do no trying, no die. We live it, I'm living. I get more specific. All these admirations, likes and false validations, beating to our ego. Come from something ego. Let the man quote. Who dropped drones on him? Yeah, don't take that tone on him. Don't go watch the throne on him. Murdered my ego when you walked away. It hurt my ego when you walked away.
Se me infla, tengo el peine 30 con la infra y tiran el case para aumentar mis cifras. Pude escoger el deporte, lleno el pasaporte y ahora estoy con la coca en la mesa dándole los cortes. Citaciones de la corte y endecando todo el material. Cortas con mutilaciones en el serial, todo cambia en un segundo. Órdenes de arresto para todo el mundo, los esposan y con las caras tapadas para Telemundo. Baby, que Dios me guarde dentro un globo, porque te ven facturando y te hacen un boicot como hicieron a Cobo. Y Dios mío, cuídame los míos. Pude haber sido una estrella y escogí ser otra fiesta.
I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up.
DJ Bebo, ¿ok?
Socorro, lo encontraron muerto en el morro. Trabaja para el gobierno y yo la cara te borro. Te matamos si te nos vas por chorro. Y si me toca fugarme les corro. Lo prendimos en fuego, ese cabrón estaba gritando socorro. Yo soy un demonio desde cachorro. Si me enzorro, saco la fuleta y los forros. Y al papa le tumbamos el gorro. Un cachivato, sangre en el contrato. Si me tocan va a morirse hasta Pilato. Dinero para nosotros, droga para los tecatos. Después que tú te mueras nos vestimos de blanco aparato. Si tú no me matas yo te mato. Investigaciones de asesinato. La calle está cambiando. Ahora hay muchos jefes choteando. Cabrones jodieron el contrabando.
Oye, DJ Bebo. Oye, esto es un saludo exclusivo para DJ Bebo, el más duro detrás de los platos. Te lo dice Dios, versión de la calle. DJ Bebo, ¿ok?
Of creation, we the generation. Tell me why. Try to break tribulation. Alright.
So I'm gonna head over to do some jiu-jitsu. I'm happy I could share some intro to MMA positional sparring, especially if you're a striker. You know, you're not gonna wanna stay on the ground. So just remember, frames are super important. You know, the murder choke is always fun, just posting on the neck. I love that. It gives you extra space, and I use it all the time, especially if I'm grappling with somebody bigger. I don't like to be on the bottom if somebody's more than like 50 pounds heavier than me. It's just not, it's not fun. All right, so until next time, you're getting better every day, and I will see you next week. Bye.
Give you my love. Don't start,